surprises today, aren't I? I'm just waiting for people to get in here. I'm sure there's going to be a couple. If not, hey, at least I came on. I know it's Saturday night. I am chilling at home with my Lily Roo, and really excited to be going live. It's going to be fun. It's going to be more of me just talking, getting to know each other, sort of. Okay, there we go. Janet. Hey, brother Ralph. What up? What's up? Say, we're just going to go live for a few just to kind of get things kicking off and just saying hello, getting to know me and getting to know you all. Yes, toasting to the good life. Yes, cheers. Y'all are doing the cheers. Not sponsored, but trying not to show. But hey, if Coke or Diet Coke wants to give me an endorsement deal, bring it on. Look at you, Selena. You starting off the girl. Love it. Yeah, hi, Selena. Selena Fire, check her out. She's got y'all. One of y'all link each other. Ralph, Selena. Get Selena stuff going too. Selena's gonna be back. She's gonna be back in action soon too. That's exciting. She's limitless. Hello, how are you? Y'all, I gotta say, hi, limitless. I see the little wave. This is cool. This is fun. This is fun being on the other side of it, you know? This is cool. Okay, so first things first, I have got to say, I've been meaning to doing good, limitless. I'm amazing. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you. I have been meaning, I wanted to do a video this week before today, but it's been a crazy week. So I wanted to say thank you. Aw, thank you, Limitless. I just wanted to say thank you. Huge thank you to anybody and everybody that has shared, liked, subscribed, shared it with people, given me shout outs. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Hello, thanks for everybody coming in. Omar Sahil. Oh, thank you so much for being here, everybody. So, like I said, I hit 100. That was my milestone. So I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. So thank you to everybody that's been coming by and liking everything, subbing everything. This is just the beginning. It's going to be slow and steady as the growth goes and the content goes. I have lots of other things in the fires that I'm doing. So, and I have no intentions of burning any of those out as well. So just know that. Yep, 100. Actually, I checked earlier. I'm at 104. So I need to repost a post I made. I think it was last week, maybe, where if I get to 150, now this is going to be an incredible deal, okay? So if I get to 150 subs, here's what's going to happen. Once I hit the 150, and I'm not going to regret this because I know some people be like, Melissa, you're freaking crazy, but once I hit the 150, the first 50 after I posted that I got to 150 and it stays at 150 because YouTube has this thing, it changes, you know, sometimes you go up and then you drop. So I want to make sure that, hey, Janley, hey, sis, how you doing? I'm going to make another post. The first 50, because I'll have 150 subs by then, 150 beams of light, as I'm going to start calling. 150 beams of light. Thank you, Chanley. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Focus, I've got some people down there handling that. But I'm in the mode. Anybody that knows me, I like to greet everybody and say hi. Okay, so the first if I get 150 subs, I'm going to make another post acknowledging that I hit the 150, and I want to make sure it stays there and it doesn't drop, you know, real quick, because I've had it where I was at a certain number and then it fell just as soon as it went up. So as it stays at 150, I'm going to make another post. You guys, the first 50 that post to the post. Now, I know there's going to be 50 of you to actually respond to this. I will be doing $7 reads via email. Okay? $7. Seven's a lucky number. Seven's a good number. Seven's a special number. So it'll be pow pow, pow pow, Ralph. You're on it. Y'all trolls, I am in the game already, and I've got y'all trolls. You guys, I got a good team. I got a good backup. You guys are not going to be coming in here and starting any foolishness. We're not going to be doing that in here. Yes, and like as Selena just posted, hey, I'm a growing channel, so if you want to make donations, she just posted the information on making donations to the channel. Yeah, Chanley, it's everywhere. You know, I mean, not gonna, yeah, you know, most of you know, because most of you are from the family over at Archers. And I hope I'm not going to jinx this by about to say this, but we are so blessed that we have it High Vibe over there, and we don't really have to deal with too many issues with that. It stays pretty good in there to where they don't even come in. Right, Chanley? They don't have anything better to do. Right. All right. So back to what I was saying. 150 subs. Stays that way. Stays level at 150. New post. First 50 will get a $7 read via email. Okay? Now, keep in mind, this might take a week or two or so to get through them all. But $7, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. So thank you so much to everybody that has supported the channel so far. And I'm really excited and seeing where it's going to go. It's only going to go up. I've had so much support, and I'm so blessed, and I'm so fortunate to have the people that are around me that are encouraging me and supporting me and have been there through all this. $7. That's right. $7. 777. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. I want to get to 150, at least to 150, and then I will do that deal. You all, the first 50 that sign up for it and post and say, hey, it's me, it's me, it's me, we'll get it coordinated. Trust me. But it's going to be $7 just because I want to show my appreciation, and I want to do what I can for all of you that have been here since the beginning. KKJ, have a beautiful night. Thank you for stopping by and just acknowledging my face in the phone. Thank you so much. Go have a good night. Have the night you deserve. Thank you, Ralph. Alrighty. Yeah. They are. Don't start. I'm sunshine, but sunshine can burn just as well. You don't want to come in here and be mean. You don't want to come in here and be mean. Don't start that stuff. It's high vibe. My circle's high vibe. We're not going. You're probably right, Ralph. You're probably right. All right. So let me kind of go a little more into what I was talking about earlier with about the whole Ozzy thing. So Ozzy, this morning, like I said, I woke up and it was a normal morning, but all of a sudden I was getting out of the shower and all of a sudden I heard Ozzy Osbourne clear as day coming, you know, Melissa, you know, and I need you to, I have this gift with musicians in particular. So on the channel, the majority of my channeling is most likely going to be, I'm reading the chat too, so I'm trying to talk and chat at the same and look at the chat at the same time. But Ozzy came through, and I'll expand a little more on it because people will probably watch this after. Like I said, Saturday night, so people are out doing other things, and so. But I think he just really not. I have no idea. Hopefully, this will get to Sharon. Hopefully, it'll get to the family. I don't know. You have no idea. That's something me and some other people have talked about in the community. Is that you have no idea who all is watching these videos, these lives, these videos, everything. You have no idea at times who watches this stuff. So you just never know. But have I done MJ? No, I have not. I have channeled with him, but the energy hasn't been totally connected at the time. I don't know if it's just not been a solid connection with him. So I don't think he's completely ready to talk, is what I'm assuming by that. So, but I have gotten a few messages from Michael Jackson, but not really. I mean, his energy is kind of ebb and flow when I have kind of picked up on things. So he's one of those. I think MJ is, honestly, I think he's very, very selective about who he talks to or who he connects to. He's a very, I think the word that just popped in my head is enigma. Right, Ralph? Virgo. Yeah, he is a Virgo. Yeah. You've got music downloads, Luminous? That's cool. That's fun. I love hearing all this stuff. I love it. Mostly, though, I think I've said it before, Prince is a huge... I've got a very strong connection to Prince, and I've got a very strong connection to George Michael. Ozzy is honestly is I think going to be one of those two. He came in very, very, I mean, I was really pulled with Ozzy. So, and he's been tugging at me ever since everything happened with his transition. So he's going to be another one that I'm probably going to be... Hey, oh, you came in and sniped. Oh, the live's complete. Rowdy came in and did a snipe. How you doing? How you doing, Rowdy? It's good to see you. That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming by. But the other one too is Michael Hutchence. Michael Hutchence is another one that I've really, I have been channeling with Michael Hutchence for like about 20 years. I know, Rowdy. I know. It's going to work out for you. It is going to work out for you, brother. Everything's going to be good for you too. Yes. Limitless. Yes. I've channeled with Luther Vandross as well. He's one of those, Rowdy. Rowdy, no, it's not going to be by Monday. I can actually, if anybody that's in here has questions, I can try and answer them intuitively instead of using cards. I do have my Oracle deck next to me, though. But, Yes, I did channel Luther Vandross. He's one of those that's a one-time thing that I got from him. He's like, okay, I came through. Peace out. I'm done. Anon, thank you for the information to share with the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Rowdy, you in this convent business with Chanley. I laugh every time I see you two doing that, in like even in the Discord or even in the lives. You two crack me up with that stuff. Okay, Tom Petty is coming soon. He's another one that I have been channeling with and getting a little more of a connection with. So Tom Petty is going to be coming soon. And oh yes, I think I mentioned it maybe in the last live. Chester Banfield, he's coming through. He's been coming through to me, and I'm working a little more with him. See, here's the thing too. Sometimes is that I don't go live. Ozzy was a rarity. Ozzy was he was rare. I rarely drop what I'm doing to go and do a upload. I rarely do that. I usually really sit and listen and watch, you know, what's playing through my head and what I'm getting, and work with them a few times before I even think about doing a video. Oh, some of these people are something else, I tell you. Okay, so anyway, so yes, Chester's come through. Then I had Corey Haim. You know the Coreys from the late 80s. I had Corey Haim. He's been popping in too. And I've been working and talking with him as well. So that's going to be, I know I've mentioned him before. So he's going to be coming through sometime as well. And you know, Chester and Chris Cornell, okay, I haven't been able to really get Chris Cornell yet. I'm not saying that it won't happen. It may very well happen. I could turn this live off, and in the middle of the night, I could have Chris Cornell going, "What's up?" That's just how it is. I mean, sometimes I'm just like, and then it just randomly comes to me. I think I mentioned in a George Michael. Corey Feldman, yeah, he has his music career. I think he actually, if I remember or if I saw it right, I think he opened for like Limp Bizkit earlier this year or last year. He's been on tour. Okay, yes, Janet, yes, Dolores O'Riordan, yeah, I'd love to try and get her as well. She's, yeah, for sure, totally, I would love to get her. Yeah, I know, so many are gone now. You know, one that I haven't really seen, and here's the thing, if I see that other mediums or things like that have channel people, I don't touch it. I don't go in and listen, because I don't want to have any sort of vibe or any sort of hearing something else. I want it to just be my connection and my interpretation or what I'm getting. Yeah, Dolores is a good one. But you know, I kind of have searched around, and it looks like somebody else that's elusive, maybe Amy Winehouse. I haven't really seen much on her. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay, yeah, okay. Jesus, Ralph. Good Lord, you crack me up. Scott Weiland, even though he's probably still hungover. Cannot with you. Yes, actually, yeah, you're right, Ralph. Amy Winehouse, Virgo, yeah. Janet, really? Kurt Cobain? Yeah, he'd be a good one. Yeah, that would be a really interesting one to do. Kurt Cobain, yeah. Rowdy, he's gonna Keith Richards, he is gonna outlive all of us the rate he's going. Keith Richards, I mean, I don't know what, I mean, I think he's beyond his 9 lives. Yeah, you gotta stop yourself because he's still alive. Really? Yeah, Janet, I'm curious about that. Yeah, Kurt Cobain, Kurt Cobain, he was very, actually, really interesting. Really and truly, he was really interesting. Vampire, right? Keith Richards is a friggin' vampire, dude. I mean, he's... You know, I just actually sitting here, I might be able to, Ozzy kind of popped in again, and it's not going to be anytime soon, because I'm going to really have to really work with the channeling on it, but him and Randy Rhoads. He just mentioned Randy Rhoads to me again. Freddie, yes, I would absolutely love to connect with Freddie Mercury. I would love to connect with him. I have loved Queen. I mean, I was raised on Queen, and I freaking love Queen. They're one of my favorite bands. Rowdy, the final Highlander battle, Keith Richards and Chuck Norris. There can only be one. Y'all, really? Keith Richards versus Chuck Norris. Who would really win in that battle? Do y'all think? Yes, these are all Virgos. You got a good point, Ralph. All of these are Virgos. All these ones we've been talking about. Very true. But I can tell you right now, at least for the moment, I know when I was talking at the end of the Ozzy read, when I was mentioning Malcolm Jamal Warner and Hulk Hogan, that was a really week of a doozy of people passing. As of right now, I got like this big, when I was talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner, no disrespect at all, because it wasn't meant that way, but Malcolm Jamal Warner was like a big red X. Like, no. Yeah, Prince. Prince is one of my, he's always, yeah. Prince and I have a direct connection. Yes, Sinead O'Connor. And Prince wrote Nothing Compares to You. If y'all didn't know that, Prince actually wrote that song, Nothing Compares to You. And he actually either performed it, or one of the new Power Generation, Rosie Gaines, she would sing it in concert. Hey, Rohama. What is up, Rohama? It's so good to see. Dolores Cannon. I'll look into that, Selena. I'll look into that. It doesn't have to be musicians. I'm just saying that I have a tendency to get more musicians, because I somehow I am very connected to the music world. Always have been. Oh, thanks, Rahama. You're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, he was. And Prince, actually, he wrote a lot of anonymous songs. Like on Manic Monday, he wrote Manic Monday for the Bangles. And he tended to go by, like I said, aliases. So with Manic Monday, he went by Christopher. And he actually wrote, we've got more likes than people in here. Okay, well, I'll take that. That's pretty cool. At least people are dropping the likes. That's awesome. Prince actually co-wrote Stevie Nicks' Stand Back. She really wanted to work with him, and she came up with the idea of the song. And he came and he played the synthesizers on it, and then Steve Lukather of Toto came and played the guitar. And the thing about Steve Lukather is me and him were we chatted a lot for a bit back a while back. And he was on, and this is well-known information, it's nothing private, because I would never betray anybody's trust that tells me anything. So, but this is public knowledge. But he and the rest of Toto were on almost every single album in like the mid to late 70s into the early 90s. They were studio musicians as well as being in Toto. So a lot of the stuff you hear, Steve Lukather has played guitar on, or David Paich has played synthesizers on, or piano on. Jeff Porcaro was on my list. Jeff Porcaro was the drummer of Toto, and Mike Porcaro was the bassist of Toto. He passed away of ALS back in about 10 years ago. But yeah, Jeff and Mike, I really want to channel too. I cried when Mike died. I was so sad, because Toto is one of my favorite bands as well. And I'm excited. In a couple weeks, I get to go see them live here in Nashville. Yes, David Bowie. Yes, I would love to channel David Bowie as well. Yes, the Starman. I would love, and I love that deck. It's the Starman deck, I think it's called, for Bowie, I want to say. I love that. Love that deck. That's amazing, Rahama. That's good. David Bowie, if I remember right, he was born in January. I think he was born in early January. So I think he's a Capricorn. I think he's a Capricorn. I think he was. Yeah, he's another one though, David Bowie for sure. And I just had Frank Sinatra pop in my head. Okay, random. January 8th, yes, so he was a Capricorn. Bowie was a Capricorn. His birthday is the day after my mom's, actually. My mom was born on January 7th. Fly me to the moon. Yep. Trying to think who else. There was some other, there's like somebody on the, it's on the tip of my brain that I feel like I'm missing, that I've been wanting to connect to. Oh, I'm going back to Prince for a second. I kind of drifted off, but Prince co-wrote and did the synths and everything on Stevie Nicks' Stand Back. And then he wrote another song for Celine Dion called With This Tear, that she recorded back in the early 90s. Tony Bennett, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good idea. I like him too. I always loved Tony Bennett. I'm trying to look and see what y'all are saying too as I'm talking. So sometimes I bounce between talking and reading. So like I said, it is so weird sometimes to be on this side of it. I'm so used to having my blue wrench and just modding. So it's really fun and weird at the same time actually being on the other side of this and looking at it. Yeah, Frank Sinatra. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Prince. Yeah, Prince wrote a lot of stuff that was under aliases, but it was so good at the same time. I actually got to see Prince back in 2004. He was on what he had an album come out called Musicology, and so he did a tour for it, and it was at Bridgestone here in Nashville. And I had will call tickets, and so me and one of my best friends went to the show, and we had no idea until we went to pick up the tickets. We had no idea where we were sitting, so we had no clue. And so we were walking in to get the tickets, and I was just like, oh, please let it be good, because it was sold out, and I was like, we got second row. We were right in front of Prince, and it was a section that he took care of people, I'll tell you, because when we were waiting, he had like concierge and stuff, and they were bringing cookies and bringing right, Janet, the pants with no. Yeah, you could see the butt was cut out of those pants. I think they were yellow, if I remember it too. Saw him at the Diamonds and Pearls tour. Ooh, I bet that was good too. But yeah, we had second row, and it was so crazy to see him that close. But yeah, he had like this little concierge that was bringing out cookies and bringing out like to the first, like, I think 10 rows. It was like roped off and everything. And I mean, and that was one of the best shows I have ever seen in my life. It was so, in a lot of ways, it was so surreal to be that close to Prince. I mean, it was amazing. It was so good. Jim Morrison. Yes, that's a good one too. And that just reminded me, I had a friend of mine. I went to school with him. And sadly, last May, he transitioned. So we had his service. We, as a kind of a group, family, high school friends, everything, in last June we had it. And he had this thing with the number 13, so I always remembered that about him. And then so I took 13 balloons when I went to the service. It was outside. It was hot. I remember that too. But he loved the Doors. That was where I was getting to. I took the roundabout way as always. But yeah, he loved the Doors, so that's made me think of him too. T Rose, hey girl, how y'all doing? You doing good? Oh, speaking of T Rose, okay, T Rose and I have this thing where, like, when we're doing emojis, like when we're saying hi to each other, like in places and stuff like that, we do like French fries and ice cream and emojis, and so that made me think. Speaking of ice cream, Sunday the 17th, 3 p.m. Central. I'm going to go live here on the channel, and we're going to pull cards, and we're going to have ice cream sundaes or ice cream. Bring your own ice cream or whatever you want to eat. If you don't want to even eat ice cream, or if you just want to come and, you know, pull cards or whatever, we can do that too. But feel free to make a sundae or have some ice cream. We're going to do Sunday Sunday. Get it? I thought that was cute. Work with me here. Sunday Sunday, because tomorrow's too much. I wanted to try and get it to where there was a little more notice, and I didn't want to do it on a Saturday because, well, the vibe didn't go. I was like Sunday Sunday, so I was like, I've got to do it on a Sunday. Tomorrow is too quick. Next Sunday there's a big live on Archer's channel with Archer and Frankie. Be there for that, y'all. I keep pushing and plugging that. It's on my channel post too. You don't want to miss the Archer Frankie collab next Sunday. I'm going to plug that one more time over here. And so the following Sunday is going to be where I have the Sunday Sunday. Sunday Sunday. I mean, you don't have to have a Sunday. I mean, I'm probably just going to be like, I don't know. You know, actually, I might make a dang Sunday and just, you know, take bites of it here and there before it freaking completely melts. Oh, Rowdy. Oh, I miss you. Sorry, I just got a notification that just blew my mind. So, okay. Thank you, T-Rose. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a good night, too. You have a great night. Have a fabulous night. Okay, so any other ideas, you know, I'm keeping a list of channeling. And it doesn't even, I mean, y'all, it doesn't have to be, watch, I'm going to be on alert because Lily just jumped off the couch. So you might hear her bass bark in a minute. I'm like looking over there like, is she going to bark? Is she going to bark? Lily, it's all right. You don't, I know there's people out there. The coffee and cards, what about it, Rowdy? What about the cards and coffee notification? What about it? You know, thank you, T-Rose. I appreciate it. It varies week to week on that with Rowdy is talking about Archer's channel and the cards and coffee reads lives. Guys, it varies. I mean, his schedule, he plans them and coordinates them according to his schedule. And it's probably going to be a little more solid since he's got the new calendar feature that he's got going on now that he's got live. So he might be able to structure those a little bit better, but he's also got emergency reads and things like that pop up. So just depending on his schedule, he is trying to get them a couple times a week or 3 times a week, and he's trying to get one in the evening instead of in the morning. So maybe Monday he might have it out, or he'll just pop on. He's unpredictable with that part of it. So we'll just keep your notifications on for him. So I feel like I'm missing somebody though with connecting to. Oh, I think I know who I might. I just had her pop in my head. Brittany Murphy. She just popped in my head. Yes, Lily. Lily's at the window, and I'm kind of like, she's gonna start barking. Because she jumped up real quick like she was seeing something out there. Lily has this thing of, if she goes to the window and sees people out there that are walking like the sidewalk up towards up the step up here, she has this thing of, oh, are they coming to see me and pet me and love on me? Not always, Lily. Okay, so Brittany Murphy, Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger just popped in my head. Guys, yeah, I'm gonna be working with Heath Ledger soon. Yeah, he's coming. He's really kind of starting to come through. To the to the window, to the wall. Yeah, right? Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see here. To the window, to the wall. You got that in my head now, Ralph. Thanks. River Phoenix. River just popped in my head. River Phoenix just popped in my head. River Phoenix. Yeah, Ralph, I'll get that. Oh, here we go. Lily, the beauty of live. And now you get to hear Lily's bass voice in action. It's all right, Lily. Ralph, yes, I'm going to go back and write that down and meditate with and get, yeah. Most likely, though, I'm kind of getting like, I kind of see him in my head kind of doing this nod. So most likely you guys are right, but I'm going to meditate on it a little bit more and see what else I can get besides a nod. Yes, Ralph. 10 Things I Hate About... I love that movie. 10 Things I Hate About You. I love that movie. I love Julia Stiles and him. That they were just like... the dynamic between those two was so good in that movie. I just love that movie. That was a good movie. Especially when I remember there's this one part, I think it was when they were in class. There's one scene I loved where she was reading, I think she had to write, I don't know if it was a poem. They had to write poems or something like that. And then she read this poem and it was just like, oh, it was so sweet. That was a good movie though. There's too many. Okay, Melissa in her 20s. I don't know why I'm talking about myself in the third person, but Melissa in her 20s there was a part of the movie that made me think of me. That part in the movie of 10 Things I Hate About You, Julia Stiles, she gets up on the table when Hypnotize is playing, and she starts just dancing on the table. And then she bangs her head on like the light fixture or whatever. Well, let's just put it this way. Your girl Melissa, when she was in her 20s, she danced on a lot of tables and a lot of bars. Yes, I did. I was down in Nashville, downtown, a lot in my early 20s, dancing on a lot of tables and a lot of bars. And yes, I frequented Coyote Ugly. Just a little Melissa trivia that you may or may not have wanted to know, but you know it now. But yes, that scene reminded me of me back when I was in my early 20s, or mid-20s. Oh, the fun I had. Oh, you never know. I might relive it someday, but I'd have to definitely not have heels on like I used to, because I would really probably fall and bust my ass really, really fast. But yeah, who else am I thinking of? It's like, I feel like there's somebody on the tip of my tongue or like on the like right in front of my brain, and it's like I'm not getting it for some reason. But it's like there is somebody that I feel like I'm completely overlooking about channeling. But yeah, I've got a list going, and I'm going to go back through after this is over with. I'm going to go back and look again at everything that was listed here. But going back, because a lot of us went to school, like high school and stuff, like in the 90s. A lot of us did graduate in the 90s, maybe early 2000s for some of you. Most of us, though, were in the 90s. We did go through a lot. I remember when, going back to Kurt Cobain, I remember where I was when that all happened, when they announced that he had died. I remember I'd gotten home from school, and I remember I was going to start on some homework I had, and I turned on, at the time MTV was huge, so it was actually playing music. Don't get me on that soapbox about MTV. And they just turned 44 yesterday. So happy anniversary, even though you're not music television anymore. You're a dumpster fire of reality stupidity. Okay, shut up, Melissa. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think pretty much everybody remembers where they were when Kurt Cobain died and when the news broke out about it. Blind Melon. Shannon. Oh, what the hell was his last name? Shannon. I remember his first name was Shannon, if I remember right. Lane Staley. Alice in Chains is for sure. Lane Staley. Gosh, that's crazy when you think about all this. It's Scott Weiland. Yep. It's crazy when we think about all these guys, like, especially like in the grunge scene, that, they couldn't say so. I know who just popped in my head. Janie Lane. Janie Lane just popped in my head. Okay, Ralph. Okay, you just brought that up. The Real World. Okay, let me tell you, I loved me some Real World when it first started. Okay, the first few seasons were just like epic, and I was just like on the edge of my seat, just like I just adored the Real World. Then it just got really stupid, but I love some of those first seasons of the Real World, man. Because I think a lot of it was because it was so authentic. It wasn't to where it was totally scripted. And I will always say, I'll say it's a guilty pleasure, because I'm not totally embarrassed I watched it, but I used to watch The Hills. That shit was scripted as, yeah, though. The Real World, though, was amazing. I loved the first few seasons were really good, but then are really fun to watch. But then it just kind of got like really. Seattle was good. I liked the Seattle season too. That was a good one. But then, New York will always be hands down one of my favorite seasons. And what's really funny is I kind of fangirled because why is it saying there's only one person in here when I know clearly there's more than one? Yeah. The Real World, the first season where Norm actually follows me on Instagram. So I was like, oh my God, I like fangirled. I was like, Norm, because I love Norm. He was so fun. It was so fun. Oh yes, grunge girl. Yeah, I love grunge. I love all kinds of music, but I kind of have a soft spot for grunge. I loved it when Shirley Manson came out. Shirley Manson. I loved me some Shirley Manson. She was fun. I really liked her. Like her. I still like her. I mean, it's not like she's gone, but yeah. But yeah, I used to love watching the freaking Hills, man. I could not watch that show. That and Sex in the City. Okay. I'm gonna wrap up here soon, but Sex in the City cracks me up because a lot of it's relatable and you can laugh at a lot of the stuff that happened in the show because a lot of it's happened to everybody. But what killed me is when the show was on, they had all that BS crap going on about how there was, I'm a Carrie, I'm a Samantha, I'm a Charlotte, I'm a Miranda. And everybody just like praised the character of Carrie Bradshaw, back in the day. But then now, as they look back in hindsight, they're like, she was such a narcissistic bitch. I mean, she was just in it for herself. I mean, she was not a good friend at all to her friends. It was all about her. Ralph, correct. Nobody wanted to be a Miranda. Miranda was like, and she still is if you've watched it just like that. And I will admit, yes, I've watched that. Well, I've watched that too. It's definitely not as good as Sex and the City was. But Miranda's even worse. The character's written even worse in just like that. Rowdy Charlotte was hot. Really? You think so? Charlotte was like the kind of the goody, but that's okay. Goodies are okay. I always just adored Samantha because Samantha didn't give a damn. She just, she just said whatever she wanted to say. She did whatever she wanted to do. She let her freak fly. She didn't care. That's what I loved about Samantha. And she was just funny as hell. I mean, you didn't know what was going to come out of Samantha's mouth. So I always loved Samantha. That was my girl. I loved Samantha. Just like, she just said whatever. Those are my kind of people because people that know me very well know I have that tendency not to have a filter sometimes either. Yeah, Samantha. Yeah, Kim Cattrall. She has aged well. She's a beautiful lady. But yeah, Carrie was not a good friend. I mean, you had to really kind of look back on it, and and then you look back on it too about her and Mr. Big, and it's like that was the most toxic shit. And everybody was like, oh, it's a love story. Oh, they're so in love. Oh, I want a Carrie and Big story. If you go back and rewatch that, come on. Yeah. It was not healthy at all. It was not a healthy relationship at all. I mean, if anything, I'd want a Harry and Charlotte, if anything, because those two are the most healthy out of it. And poor Steve, he took so much of a beating from frickin' Miranda. Good Lord, he really loved that woman. She treated him like, jeez. I know it's fiction, but still, it's the way it's written in a way, it is realistic because there's a lot of realistic situations out there that kind of can be the same as some of the stuff they went through on that show. But yeah, poor Steve. Steve was such a sweet guy, and poor Miranda just treated him like shit. I was like, woman. I mean, she was like an angry woman. I mean, she walked around like, she was the bitter woman with a chip on her shoulder. I mean, I was like, this is not my character, this is not what Rowdy, you make a good point there. That it influenced modern relationships in a negative way. It did. I agree completely. Completely. I think you there's some truth to that. Absolutely. Oh, well, I mean some people are like their characters, you know? I mean, sometimes people are the complete opposite of what they play, but then there's some that are real close to the people that they play. So that's just crazy to me, that show. I mean, and I think they're wrapping it up from what I was reading on something the other day that, and just like that's wrapping up with this season. So it's like, yeah, don't keep kicking a dead horse. Yeah, they need it. I don't even think it was necessary to even bring this show up. You know, honestly, I think they should just left it alone. And the movies, you know, they did those movies too. So who's all still here? Rowdy, you still here? Ralph, you still here? S, Janet. I feel like I'm doing a roll call. Or I feel like I'm doing like the ending of the Waltons or something. Like, good night. Good night, Ralph. Good night, Rowdy. Good night. Dolly May. Hi. I'm wrapping up soon, but I'm glad you stopped by. Hold on. I just dropped my glasses. I don't know why I'm not wearing them, but it's probably because, I'll get them after. It's probably because I can see the comments better. Your girl, Melissa, needs to get an eye exam soon. It's easier for me to read it without my glasses on. And yes, a laptop is in the works for me. I'm manifesting and getting that together. I'm trying to keep getting a separate budget for this, for getting the channel going. So laptop, manifest, I'm trying to get that. So I'm not on my phone and it wobbling and all that jazz. It's good to see you, Dolly. How you doing? You just have, Dolly, I gotta say, you have such a lovely energy. Every time I see you, it's just like, just something just warm, like a warm, cozy hug. I love it. So much fun. Selena, yeah. Yeah. Room tour. What are you talking about, Rahama? Room tour, Rahama. This ain't cribs up in here. You're not gonna be getting a tour of my place. You're just gonna see me wherever I am. We're not doing a tour of Melissa's surroundings. Just not that I'm embarrassed about it. It's just, you know, some things you got to keep to yourself, and this is my sanctuary. So, Ralph, you probably know a bunch of coffee creamers, Lily's food, Diet Coke, water, leftovers. What's in what box, Rowdy? What box are you referring to? I appreciate you too, Dolly May. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And hugs back. Big hugs. Big hugs. I'm trying to do hugs. Kind of looks like I'm kind of going into to a left hook, but it's a hug, trust me. Rowdy, what box are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? I love you too, Dolly. Thank you. Hello, Rowdy. Hello. Bueller, McFly. Any other 80s character that I can think of that would be getting called out? Yes, Ralph. And there's one down at the bottom of the hill here. Yes, there's a Jack in the Box, or it's also called Jack in the Crack. What about Brad Pitt? Oh, Seven. Okay. Oh, Seven. Seven. Oh yeah, he was in Seven. What? Where are you going with this, Rowdy? I mean, it's like you're talking in a riddle. What are you talking? I'm like, okay, what's in the box? Okay, what box? then you're going about Seven and Brad Pitt. Okay, clearly this is going over my head. So, okay, let's see. Let me see here. Okay, for shame. You really want to do the for shame? Okay? Oh, okay. Okay. This explains it because I have never seen that movie. Bad Millie. Bad Millie. I've never seen Seven. I'm trying to make. I'm reading what y'all are saying for a second. I don't even know what was in that fucking box. Okay. So, I'm trying to watch my mouth, but sorry. Oh, y'all don't care. Oh no! 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 I don't know if I can watch that movie. Ew! No! No! I'm not gonna watch that. Oh God, my southern accent really came out there. God. Oh, y'all really heard my accent come out there. Spoilers galore, and that right there does not make me want to watch that movie. Ew, God, y'all, that's gross. Okay, Rowdy, that makes me wonder. Do you have an issue with Gwyneth Paltrow, Rowdy? Ew, again, ew. I ain't gonna watch that. Ooh, that's just nasty. Ooh. Yeah, I do remember that. Good Lord, y'all are hearing my southern accent. That's the thing about me, y'all. See, I'm saying y'all. That's the thing about me is that my southern accent really comes out either if I'm just super excited or I'm really pissed off. So, okay, Rahama. Okay, see, the dudes in here are just talking about this ending of the movie, which sounds really disgusting and it just repulsed me. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. But you coming back, you kind of redeemed it a little with what you said. Yes, I knew. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I know that it has to do with the 7 deadly sins. I do know that part. Melissa does know a little bit about the movie, but I've never watched it. I'm not a huge Lily had to chime in. It's okay, Lil. Yeah. Rowdy, I am not going to do that. I am not going to Google what's in the box because I really. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's going to be in Discord. Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Rowdy. Rowdy, I don't think so. And I don't think so. I don't think there's an 18 plus in there. I don't think so. And I'm still waiting to get modded over there, by the way. Oh, I'm sure you're going to work on getting those gifts on there. Ralph, you make a very valid point. Just going to leave that at that statement. Yeah, we got to be mindful of people. Okay, yeah. Like I said, y'all, right now I'm pretty much just phone based. So hopefully I can get, fingers crossed on getting this laptop sooner than later. Okay. Rowdy. Good Lord, Rowdy. Okay. Okay, so who's all still here? Because I'm going to kind of start to say goodbye and good night. Been on here. Like I said, every time I do these lives, I mean, and I haven't done that many, but I say it's just going to be quick. We wind up going over an hour. Okay, Ralph, Rowdy, you're still here. Okay, you two are still here. Selena, you still here? Janet, you still here? It's showing 3 are in here, but that's never always accurate. 12 likes, hey, that's not bad. I'll take it. Oh, cool, Rowdy. Good. Yeah, go rewatch that. Go rewatch it. That'll be good. And you're right, probably not, but let's just, we might need to be mindful of, definitely need to have a warning if you're going to do that. 13 is not unlucky, okay? 13 can be a good number. It's not necessarily a bad number. It's not necessarily a bad number. I'm not going to look at it that way. Okay, let me see. There's 3. Okay, Raham, are you still here? I'm looking to see who else still here. Possibly. I only see their story, but I'm just looking through the chat, the scroll. Raham, are you still here? Hit me up when you're good, Rahama. Okay, you know where to get me at. Okay, Rahama. Rahama. Selena. Selena, you still here? Or did you drop? Janet, did you drop? Chanley, I think Chanley's gone. Okay. Rowdy, she's your Discord daughter, not your damn maid or your assistant. You crack me up with all that you two have going on with that. She may have. She actually may be going live too. She's got her own channel, and she usually does AMSR around this time or a little later. So she might have dropped to go do her live or get ready for her live. Please tell me that you don't wear slippers, Rowdy. Seriously? I know you're just probably being snarky as usual. Okay, so It is a little after 8:30 here in Nashville, so I'm gonna go and get ready for just winding down. And I got to give Lily some crackers and stuff like that for treats and stuff. And so Brownie, you never know, she might have had a call or something. Some people just drop. I mean, they don't, some people don't announce their departures. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kick off tonight. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Anybody that watches the replay, enjoy all the commentary, and you can leave comments after. But y'all have a great night, and the Soul Sunday message will be up in the morning at 6 a.m. Central Time. It's already ready to go, and it's just waiting to be published. So thank you all for coming by, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye for now.